Good morning, good morning, good morning, boys and girls, and how are we doing today? Let's get this shared around, get the chat up, and let's get started. Pop out chat, do the clicky. Do the thingy over here, bloop, bloop. Okay, all right, chat is live. Let's share this around. Oh, I think there's already someone in the chat. Eileen, good morning. I am feeling much better. Little man, however, is super sick. So, there's that to contend with. How are you? How are you feeling? You're still getting over the vid? The Rona. Let's get the shared around. See if we can share it a few extra places. Let's copy that. But yeah, I myself am feeling much better. Wow, I actually don't look like I'm either high or standing in a standing for a lineup in my generated what you call it? The generated thumbnail. I usually look goofy as hell. Post, post, post. Eileen, I'm feeling worn down and tired. Work is a struggle this week, and poor little man. Yeah, I can imagine how much of a struggle work has been. That does not sound fun at all. So, Jolene changed my... Oh boy. I get some great messages from people. All right. Yeah, poor little man. He's been in a rough way. But since we're chatting here, let's fade over. Good news. Let's see if I can pick it up on the thing. Yep. I got the next layer of the of this table installed yesterday. That was fun, getting around everything. However, that should drastically improve use of space. Looks good. Thank you. I really have so much artwork to hang up. I have this guy, I have some over there, this guy, this guy. I have like 30 or 40 pictures that I need to hang up and do something with. think that's good for there. This guy, pop him up here for right now. The great thing is with these first two shelves here, I designed them so that they were I could access them from the chair. So the first two shelves are like kind of like quick access shelves. Even though I stand up a lot to get the stuff off them, just because habit, that's part of the process. And it's kind of cool. I can just go be like, yeah, I have stuff up here out of sight, you know, whatever. I'm a dork. That's okay. Yeah, little man's real sick this week. Last night was real rough. I was actually considering taking him to the hospital. So. What am I doing? So, I have finalized my decision on where I'm taking everything with the boots, and I'm going to run through and sew on the top first. I got this side sewn on over to here. So I'm starting from the middle, working my way out, middle, work my way out. And that way it should give me enough structure there. I also need the pins. To go through the next step, you know, for mocking it up back here. But the good thing is, the glue up that I have to do under here to flip the fur around, so I have the fur side out on the shin. It's just an aesthetic choice. It'll be slightly colder, thermal-wise, than having the fur pointing in. But I think it'll give me a lot of benefit with flexibility and having a little extra space there around the shin to help mediate everything else that's going on in here. He is straight up not having a good time in that bath. So I think I think I have this all figured out now. And now that I have it figured out, it means I can actually make good progress. Good thing about the leather for the actual hide itself, unlaminated, because I took a separate piece here and I laminated this onto the back, so it thickened it up. You can kind of see it. Actually, let me pull up my view screen so you can see what we're seeing. The white right here is the actual reindeer skin, but this thicker piece here that has the slightly pinkish color and the black line on it is cow, which is tougher and also thicker than the reindeer. So I got the grain side facing out, which has a higher wear resistance. So Eileen, how did the rest of the thing? How did the rest of the that dinner go last week? I know. I don't think we actually had an official you know, a nod from the company or something. Ooh, he is not having a good time over there. Let's see. Oh, also, I said it went well. Rich did good putting up the decor for me. Beautiful. Good man, Rich. Now, I forget which... Let's see. So this is episode 148. At episode 150, I am going to be doing a giveaway. And I have an idea as to what I would like to do. But I want to hear your thoughts. What do y'all think I should do? Where's my vape? There it is. There they are. Let's go here. Here. Oops. Let's see, the next one is Star Wars. I have to figure out what trilogy they are going to use or want because there's a lot. Yeah, the Star Wars IP is huge. So yeah, there's a billion different directions you can go with that. Being as that crowd is probably older, they're, in my mind, it seems like they'd want to go original trilogy. But there and again, you know, they could surprise you and go with Rebels or Bad Batch or the animated Clone Wars series. Okay. And the interesting thing about this, as you sew it, it changes shape so much. I'm hoping because I can separate each of the three movies from the first section, middle section, and patio. Well, just a idea. If it's still winter time, I would do the patio as Hoth. Maybe dress Rich up in a Tauntaun costume and have him run around all night squealing. You know. I'm just saying. Ooh, you could even get the dogs. You can get the dogs there and make little AT-AT costumes for them and have them run around. I know, I'm a dork. But it'd be funny and cute. especially if they spent all night chasing Rich. These pins are seriously worth their weight in gold if you're going to be assembling anything, like temporarily. I even use them now for doing just regular seamstress stuff, because like you can, these lock in till you pull the barrel and this little release pin. And there's no sharp points. So you can pin a full garment on, throw it on, see if it fits right, then go through and sew it. No worry about pinning yourself or sticking yourself and bleeding all over it. No worries about things popping apart as you're manipulating it or trying to take it off. These things are worth their weight in gold. I want to get another dozen of them. There is, just like for woodworking, you cannot have too many clamps. I swear I cannot have too many of these things. They're fantastic. Nice little bit of coffee, and we're having a good day. Going around this first bend here is definitely the hardest, because it does not want to bend in so many different directions. You see it's pulling the toe out a lot here. It's really pulling that toe out. So that's going to be a real fight to get that down onto the sole, especially because this is a kind of like a raised toe. I think if I patterned Sanooks, instead of wearing them for a while, just took a pattern straight off a brand new set, it would be a lot flatter. And I might do that later, when I feel like actually buying shoes. Because I think it'd be nice to make a few fabric pairs for myself too, for like the really hot months. Yeah. stuff and things and stuff. But this double bend that's going on here, you know, in the toe box, that's what gives the foot a lot of strength and structure. So it is very important. But apparently, you know, a lot of the things that are most worthwhile are a huge pain in the ass. So. So if anybody else is in here, just, you know, say hello. So it's not just me and Eileen jabbering back and forth. Let's see. Eileen, I'm pulling double duty right now. Our new office manager gave me the task of doing our social media. So I'm scheduling posts right now. Yikes. I tried to do that when I was at KBA. Which, you know, as much as I bitched about that place, I really did enjoy it. It was a pretty decent company to work for. But I was trying to do their social media on top of the other 10 billion things I was doing, and well, it didn't really work out so well. Time-wise and everything else wise. Boy, that hurt. Ah. Hey, good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Let's see, Eileen, for all of February, it's corporate, so they send out guideline posts for the month. Plus, I'm in charge of doing our Invisalign open house and have to do marketing on Facebook for that too. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Okay, how are we doing today? I'm doing fantastic, actually. I'm done being sick. I still have that like after congestion and stuff. But little man, my kiddo, is he caught it, so he's in a very bad way. But right now, I am just gotta get that out of the way. Sewing up the toe box on these boots, which is going actually pretty well. See what I said? You know, see how it's starting to change shape? Because this toe is so curled up. But once everything is, you know, flattened back out and this toe is forced down, it starts to get the right shape. So it's weird that it goes through these transformations as you're sewing it together, but and Eileen, yeah, and he only wants me to spend about an hour a month on this, other than the little posts that we do for our Spirit Week and other little. Only an hour? Really? And yeah, that's not enough time. And K is starting to come together well. Thank you. These are going to be stupid warm, and I'm excited. I have one other secret project I need to do, and I'm not sure how I'm going to accomplish it yet. I need to find a way to make, like, maybe I'll just do like 6-sided die, but it involves dice. Show. He's an asshat. It was his first week with this office. I have my own feelings about them, and they're not good. Yeah, management will do that. We'll give you those feelings. So I get you there. Management is good at their tasks. However, they often think that being good at their tasks means they're good at every task. And they're not. Eileen, he is a young 30, and I have a feeling lies were told on the good old resume because things he tells us don't add up. 1 to 1 is equaling 10. Yeah. Now, there's things like fluffing up your resume, and everyone does it. You have to. But some people just straight out lie on their resumes. Or they know somebody. Go. happy I'm getting around this bend here, because as soon as I get to the straight piece, it's going to be so much easier. Then just a little trim, hit it with just a little bit of dye on the dauber to, you know, take this color back down to black. And we're in good shape. And I've been filming like 90% of this, so this is going to get a video. Eileen, when all the other practices he's worked for are out of business, says something if you can't verify the position and its tasks. Well, he was such a good manager, he ran them into the ground. Managed them right to the bottom. So, Kay, what are you up to this week? And I'm assuming that's Caleb, right? Or is it someone else? Oh, and when I'm doing this top weld here, for anyone who's actually interested, I'm not completely sure, and yeah, it's me. I am really pulling hard on every single stitch. Even though this is pretty thin weight leather, I'm pulling very hard on every stitch to help align all of the holes, even all the holes going up, you know, higher. So I'm pulling probably twice as hard on every stitch, as well as normally I do like 2 or 3 stitches, but I'm also pulling harder than I normally would on leather this thin. And that's for alignment purposes, and I didn't do a glue line. I didn't do any glue in here. So that was purposeful. I'll probably do glue on the heel. But I didn't do glue on the toe box here because of how it's constructed. If that makes sense. So, I know neither of you make shoes, but it's always good to have a little extra bit of information. Because a lot of this stuff is applicable to a lot of different things. Like these little barrel pins I'm using, these positioning pins. These things are fantastic. Come on, there you go. And I'm gonna be buying more of these things because they really are that good. I did a little TikTok about them the other day, and I meant every word that I said. They really are worth their weight in gold. Oh, and another thing, I'm able to get these nice clean lines here and this nice super tight fit because I actually did take the time to shave the leather. actually shave the reindeer hair, reindeer fur, off the leather. For significant portions of this build, because instead of running 2 stitch lines, so if I had just the outer piece, how long did that take? Surprisingly, not so long. Once I figured out the process, because well, did everything with a straight razor, and this works fantastic. Though I did find out that even though I only have to strop this once when I shave myself, I had to strop this every 6 inches, 5 to 6 inches. I had to strop this just to, because this hair is just so dense. Like out of a human follicle, you can get between 0 and 3 hairs typically. Let's see what it is for reindeer. Reindeer hair. It's something ridiculous. It's like 15 or 20 or something. Oh, so reindeer aren't actually reindeer. They're not deer. They're a species of caribou. Oh, and they actually float because of the type of their hair. Interesting. Like their outer hair are what you call it? Yeah, it's not telling me. Their outer hair is hollow, so it actually helps them float. Okay, but anyways, that's not telling me what I needed to know, so whatever. Good morning, Alan. How are we doing today? And Caleb, that's how I am too. Once I learn a process, I can just do it on autopilot. Things that usually take long because I don't get into a rhythm, or just at least rhythm. Well, the thing was, I was actually trying a bunch of different things, including taking my little snips here and snipping it all down close, and I was trying to take a regular razor and shave it. I was trying to take my beard trimmer and trim that down, and it broke the beard trimmer. The regular disposable razors didn't touch it. This guy here, though, it glided through it like it wasn't even there. The only problem is, like I said, I had to strop it every 5 or 6 inches, just because it was so dense. There's like 20 hairs per follicle, and it's obscene how much hair is on these things. And for the most part, I did a 1/4 inch seam on all these, so I can have an 1/8 inch, so I can have a 1/4 inch glue line, and then have a 1/8 inch stitch line, eighth of an inch from the edge. So that way I have glue a little bit on both sides, so it gives a bit of a stronger hold. And the amount of hair that came off in just that amount, just for doing the calf section and this foot, it was more than my parents' husky sheds in a whole season. Just doing that 1/4 inch. I mean, I did a little bit more here. But yeah, just doing that small amount produced more hair than my parents' husky. So it is pretty intimidating how much hair these things have. So it's ridiculous. So Alan, how we doing today, brother? I'm sorry I had to peace out so quickly at game night the other night. I didn't sleep the night before. Little man was starting to get sick, and he was just kicking me in the side of my head and neck the entire night, out in the cold all day, and then I was starting to get a migraine by the end of the day. I wish I could have stayed longer, though. It looked like everyone was having such a blast. Though, that hair thing that you're doing, the thing, that looked amazing. I can't believe how thick that leather is. You left shortly afterwards? Alright, so I don't feel so bad then. Felt kind of like a spoil sport piecing out so early. I was there for 2 hours. 2.5 hours. Alright. Let's get back to this boy. So I can say I at least got something accomplished before we head out for the day. So I think I'm going to spend most of the day cleaning, and I'd like to spend a couple hours in here with this guy. Told you, once I got onto the straight section, it was going to go much faster, right? So where's Jill? She said she'd be looking at me through the camera. Or did she lie to me? And Alan, if you haven't yet, these positioning pins here for leather work, I'm telling you, man, these are a must-have. These things are fantastic. Get them off Amazon though. Don't get them off Buckle Guy. Off Buckle Guy, one of these is like $4. Off Amazon, it's like 10 of them for like $6. And they look like they're the same exact thing. And these Amazon ones are doing just as good a job, if not better, than the ones from Buckle Guy. I haven't gotten the ones from Buckle Guy yet. I don't think I will. Okay, and pull this guy tight. Come on. Snip. All right. All right. There we go. Now let's trim it up a little bit. Alright, and so yeah, I'm going to have a little giveaway at the 150th episode here. So, tell your friends. We're going to be doing some stuff in 2 weeks. and they can get free things, and everyone loves free things. That's pretty good. Now let's get a little bit of sandpaper. 120. Just a little bitty bit. And I'm not slicking these edges down yet, but just keeping everything the same color and everything else helps me mentally know that this section is done. Yay! Right? Oh, another little pro tip. I always keep these little jars, even though I got this big honker here. And my thought behind it is, if this spills, it'll suck a lot. And there's going to be a lot of cleanup and a lot of smell. If this one spills, might as well just burn down the house and disappear into the woods. Right? That makes sense. Completely logical. But yeah, I always keep the small jars, just like a risk mitigation type thing. Yeah, look, I even finished right before the timer ran out. Beautiful. So yeah, got this guy done. I have the sole to do. Now, interesting thing, look at what's happening to the, like, it's starting to get all keyhole shaped now. Very interesting. But once you start splaying out the edges, it opens back up to how it should be. And I think I need to come through and trim all this hair here, so that when it is splayed, I can actually, it'll seat down correctly without having too much interference from the fur when it's glued on, because the sole definitely has to get glued on and stitched on. But that's like the last step. The next step is to sew on this guy, which is going to be a huge pain in the butt, because since I'm sewing all the outside and not a butt stitch like this, no, not a butt stitch, but a fur to fur stitch like this where I had both sides shaved. Here, I didn't shave this at all. I just cut it flush. This side is the shaved side. So I'm going to have to navigate inside of here and also around the tongue once I start getting up to here. I'm going to have to go through the fur. So that's going to be fun. But yes, episode 150 is going to be a giveaway. And I think I know what I'm going to be doing, which also involves me buying a yard of fabric, a nice heavy special fabric, and playing with that brown leather you see back there. Just saying. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a useful item if you like heading out into the woods and doing the stuff, doing the things. So yeah. So next episode is going to be the last episode before we do that, because we're at 158, so 150 or 149, and then 150. So tell people, get people excited. Episode 150 is going to be a giveaway episode where I'm going to make the thing in front of you. Then you can work on and build it, or you can watch me build it, and then everyone puts in their numbers and we do a random giveaway. But that is the hour. If you'd like to go over, and if you like seeing me do things, you just want to support the channel, blah 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 blah, go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month helps. Otherwise, follow me here, follow me on Facebook, go over to my TikTok, follow me there, because I do sometimes three or four videos a day over there. Sometimes it's once a week. I'm kind of hit or miss when it comes to a lot of things, but it's entertaining, or at least I try and make it entertaining. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time. I'll see y'all later.